My name's Mark and we are here with the Ultimate Racing League for the BTCC Replica Challenge. It's the start of a brand new season, so this is race one, or round one of 8, race 1 of 3 for this week. We are in Japan at the Autopolis, not sure how you say that one. I'm going to say Autopolis. As I say, in Japan, fantastic track. We are, as I say, with the League 1 guys, so these are the top racers in Ultimate Racing League at the minute. We're doing something slightly different this season. We're going to have a rolling start, so which is why you're looking at the cars sort of spread out a little bit. So we're going to do a rolling start instead of a grid start. We can go down the grid order, which is what we'll do. So without further ado, we shall crack on and go down the grid and get this race started. So we have M. Bailey in pole position, Aaron Geary in second, Smith third, Toby's fourth, Thomas is fifth, Toten is sixth, Woodrow 7th, Grasshopper 8th, Unforgiven 9th, Dyson 10th, Brody 11th, Ice Chandy's 12th, Chuck 13th, Love Rocket Rods 14th, and Harry Poppins 15th. What a fantastic name, Harry Poppins. Some of the guys I know, some of the guys I don't. Those that I don't, I'm looking forward to watching them. There are some familiar faces to me out there, so I know they are fast guys. So really looking forward to this season. We've got just under 3 miles, 2.9 miles of track, 19 turns. It's going to be an interesting one. Tyre choice is open for this round, as we do have a wet race. The second race is going to be rain. We do know that, which means that the first and third race tyre choice is entirely up to the drivers. So, as I say, rolling start, Bailey on pole. Well, let's get this race underway. We've just heard the timer and away we go. So Bailey gets them racing, followed closely by Aaron Geary. Smith in third. Not a lot of change in positions at the minute. As I say, rolling start, it just leveled the playing field. So those cars that are a bit slower off the grid have a better chance now. So we're just going to go down the grid. You can see Smith there in third in the Genesis, Bailey's teammate. Toby in fourth in the Lambo, followed closely by his teammate Thomas. Toten in sixth. Grasshopper and Woodrow already having a bit of a battle. In 7th and 8th, Brody in the Ferrari. I'm not sure if he's just overtaken his teammate Unforgiven. I think he has, to take that 9th position. Dyson trying to follow Brody through. Ice Chandy the Mercedes in 11th. Then we've got Dyson, Chuck, Love Rocket Rods, and Harry Poppins bringing up the rear. So that's pretty much lap 1 completed. Doesn't look like we've had too much of a change in the top 2 or 3, although Toby now made his way up to 4th. He's making a move on Smith. He's got the inside line. Oh, he just touched the grass there, so he's had to back off. Toby letting Smith know he's there though. Let's allow Thomas to get right up to the backside of his teammate. Maybe some team tactics coming into play now. Toby and Thomas could actually go side by side, form a rolling roadblock. I'm sure they won't. something I certainly thought of anyway. So Thomas will just sit behind his teammate there. He's got Toten putting him under some pressure. Toten having a look, trying to go the long way round as they go down the hill towards the tight right-hander, or double right-hander should I say. I think Toten's just going to have to sit there for now. It's not the best place to make a move. Great liveries on these cars, as I say, all representing BTCC British Touring Car Championship liveries. As I say, they are only replicas, so there may be some slight changes. Toten's still pushing Thomas, trying to force an error from him. Now then, is he in the slipstream? Can he make a move on the straight as they approach turn 1? He's not quite close enough, so Toten just have to contend with sitting behind Thomas at the minute as we go down through the pack. All very tight at the minute. Dyson putting Unforgiven under some pressure. Slight gap back then to Ice Chand. Got Love Rocket Rock and Harry Poppins just behind them, and now Chuck unfortunately is at the back now. He must have had a bit of a moment. I'm sorry we missed that one. So Chuck now in 15th and got some catching up to do. Oh, Aaron's now took the lead. So Aaron has took that lead away from Bailey. So Bailey must have had a bit of a moment. I'm going to see if we can go back and see what happened to Bailey. So Bailey was in first. He's under pressure from Aaron. Everything looking clean so far. It must have been a mistake, but yes, he did. Bailey's just forgot to turn the wheel. So Bailey going off onto the grass. That's allowed Aaron and Toby through. Smith now right on the back. You can see Bailey trying to clean those tyres. He's going to have grass and grit and all sorts on those tyres now. He's desperately trying to clean them, weaving about. So now Bailey has got his teammate for company. Oh, it looks like Smith is putting his own teammate under pressure there. Doesn't seem to be any kind of team orders between these two. It is early days, probably still trying to establish who's the number one driver. I'm sure they'll both want to take that spot. So Aaron now current leader and opening up a little bit of a gap from Toby. We know Aaron's very quick. He came up from League 2 last season, along with Bailey. So these two having a fantastic race. Aaron really starting to stretch his legs now. Toby doing everything he can to stay with him. Bailey still in third. Still got Smith for company. Thomas making a move on Smith. No, didn't quite make that one stick. Toten still sitting there in sixth, waiting for his opportunity. It's a very tight grid, these guys. Very respectful, good racers. Toten right at the back of Thomas there. Let's go on board with Thomas as he's trying to catch up to the back of Smith, and then he looks in his mirror. That's the view he's going to be looking at. As we go through a very tight series of bends before taking the last left-hander onto the home straight. A chance to get your foot down in the slipstream of Smith, but can't get close enough to make the move on him. Let's just go down the pack and see if we can find what's going. Grasshopper defending from Woodrow. Again, another very quick driver, we know that. So Woodrow keeping the pressure on Grasshopper. Then we've got Unforgiven in the Ferrari just sitting behind them. He's followed by Dyson. Brody just behind them. Ice Chand, Love Rockets and Hairy Poppins are the back three, but they're not that far away. We'll go back up through the pack. It does. Oh, somebody's had a spin. I'm not sure who that was. Was it Unforgiven? It was one of the Ferraris, I'm sure. Let's just stick with Forgiven, see if it was him. Yes, it was. He's just got his front tyres on that curb, which has spun him out. That's unlucky. He's going to have to wait now for Chuck to go by. Well done, Unforgiven. You don't want to just come straight back onto the track and cause a bigger pile-up. So that's pushed him all. That's made his job a whole lot harder for this race now. Always all sorts of problems. Dirty tyres. You've got to get rid of that. Get them cleaned. Oh, come on. This way. Come on. This way. You're right. Come on, Alex. Oh, I bet he's cursing in that car. That was very, very unlucky. Deep breaths. Take your time. Clean the tyres. And get your foot back down again. So back up to our leader. Aaron looking very comfortable. Out in front. Opening up quite a good gap now. Currently the fastest lap as well, a 1:45.0. So that Ford GT40, is it? Mark Spec 2 or something. Aaron really getting to grips with that very early on. So looking very comfortable. As I say, promoted from last season, so he'll be loving this to be out there and leading this field. At the minute, Toby still in second. Again, he's not under any great pressure at the minute. Bailey in third after his moment. After leading the first 2 or 3 laps, had a bit of a moment and came off, which allowed Aaron and Toby through. Then we've got his teammate in fourth, under pressure from Thomas. Not sure who LMA is. We will try and find out. So Thomas trying to get in the slipstream of Smith. Not close enough yet. The Genesis been surprising quite a few people with its speed. Fantastic livery on that car. You're not going to miss it, are you? Hopefully in the nighttime races we'll be able to see it as well. Toten in 6. Does look like a bit of a battle happening just behind between Dyson and Grasshopper. This is a 20-minute race. All the races today are 20 minutes. Just over halfway, we're about 11.5 minutes into this race. You can see the tyres already starting to go. It's on Dyson's car. Really is pushing Grasshopper. Woodrow in 9th. Not really used to seeing him in 9th. Well, I'm not anyway. I'm used to seeing him way out in front. Having a bit of a fight on his hands today. And we've got Ice Chandler of Rocket Rods and Hairy Poppins. 10, 11 and 12 with Chuck and Brody. 14. Brody must have had a moment as well. So that's Brody and Unforgiven, the two Ferraris at the back. Again, something we're not really used to seeing. So Brody just trying to claw a position back from Chuck. As we take the final turns onto the straight. Now then, can Brody make a move? Pulls to the right, he's got the inside line. As we approach turn 1, does look like a clean, easy move for Brody there. The slipstream really helped him out. So Brody, a good move there into 13th. Chucky's going to stick with him though. See if we can find excuse me, see if we can find another battle. We're going to go back up to the top to our leader Aaron. As I say, looking very comfortable out in front, under no pressure. Consistent laps, 145s. That's the key to winning these races, is consistency, and Aaron is certainly doing that. Toby looking very comfortable in second, with Bailey just behind in third. It does look like Bailey's creeping up on him. Then we've got a bit of a three-way battle going on. We've got Thomas, Smith and Toten. Smith in 5th, Toten in 6th. Good couple of car lengths between them, so there'll be no attempts at an overtake this time round. Just sitting behind them, we've got Grasshopper and Woodrow. Woodrow now moved up to 8th. Quite a gap then. Back to Ice Chand and Hairy Poppins, these two having a good race. Just goes to show you don't have to be at the front to see a good race. These two are having a fine battle of their own, and this is for 9th and 10th. Two Mercedes. As I say, all of these guys very quick drivers. I don't know all of them yet. I know quite a few of them. So Hairy Poppins just having to sit behind Ice Chan for the moment. Just going around the double right-hander into the series of S-bends. Very tricky part of the track. Very easy to come off at this point. Hairy Poppins right on the back of Ice Chand. There's not much of a view in those in that mirror, is there? You can just see to the left there in his mirror. Now can Hairy Poppins make a move? He's not going to get close enough, is he? having a bit of a look, just letting Ice Chan know he's still there. Good racing from these guys. You can see Dyson's decided to join this little party as well, trying to go around the outside of Harry Potting's, cut back to the inside, back on the outside again. He's not going to get it done there. Tyres really starting to lose their grip now. We've got just under 3 minutes of this first race of round 1 to go. It looks like Brody's made up a few places now into 12th, so that's a good recovery from him. Chuck 14th and Unforgiven, unfortunately, way down in 15th. Not a lot he can do about this. He's not enough time, unless a major disaster happens. He's not going to make those spaces up, so that was unlucky for Unforgiven. He'll be glad to see this race over with, so we can crack on with the next two. So back up to our leader, Aaron, having a fantastic first race in League One, looking very comfortable, very confident, easing off a little bit now. You can see the lap times dropping slightly, but then again, he's not racing anybody but himself now. He can just look after those tyres and bring it home. He's got about a minute and a half of this race to go. We've got Toby and Bailey battling it out there for second. Bailey has caught up with Toby a lot. Can he make a move in the last minute and a half? Can Bailey get himself into second? Just dropped down to fourth. We've got Thomas in fourth, with Smith just behind him and Toten just behind them in sixth. These three have been following each other around for most of the race. Grasshopper and Wadru likewise. Wadru just being frustrated by Grasshopper, can't find the pace to get by. Great defending from Grasshopper though. Oh, as Wadru, has he left the door open for Wadru there? No, he can't. He can't quite do it. Great defending from Grasshopper. I'm going to have to go back up to our current race leader on his, which will be his final lap. Let's just see what's happening with Toby and Bailey. Toby's still managing to defend against Bailey's, keeping him behind to stay in second. Just trying to keep an eye on the race leader so we can see him finish. It looks like Unforgiven is going to be finishing this race first, a lap down after the spin he had. As I say, I'm sure he'll be glad to see the back of this one. So Aaron's definitely going to take the win. Oh, Toby's pulled away from Bailey, so I can only imagine Bailey's had a bit of a moment, or resigned himself to staying in third. We've got Thomas in fourth, we've got Smith in fifth, Toten still in sixth. So back up to our race leader, Aaron. Race one, win one. Well done, Aaron. Fantastic racing. Thoroughly deserved. Toby coming home in second. Another great race from Toby. Bailey did everything he could that has to settle for third. We've got Thomas in fourth, Smith fifth, Toten in sixth. We've got Woodrow and Grasshopper still battling it out, and Woodrow just manages to nick it from Grasshopper to take seventh. Grasshopper in eighth. We've got Ice Chand, Dyson and Harry Poppins 9, 10 and 11. That was a great finish for them. Chuck brings it home in 12th. Love Rocket Rod's 13th. And Brody has just decided he's going to have a bit of a burnout on the line. I'm not even sure he's going to finish it. Is he actually going to... No, he's coming to the pit. I don't know where he's going. Oh, he's coming to the pits. So that was race 1 with a bit of showboating from Brody at the end there. I hope you can join me for race 2. That is going to be an absolute banger. It will be in the wet around this track. So really looking forward to that one. That one we shall be doing very shortly. This is Mark.